Okay, so let's imagine that you've finished your project, you're happy with the editing, you've tested it with your audience or your teacher, and they're happy and they want you to render it. Now, rendering it turns all of this information into one single video file. Now, that's what you need to submit to us. I would always recommend giving us the highest possible quality, and then if it needs to be downsized or rescaled, we will handle that with a separate program before we send it off to the exam board. So what you need to do is move your playhead to the beginning of the timeline. So I'm going to click and drag to the beginning. I'm going to press I on the keyboard, okay, to set my in point, which is mark in. Now I'm going to move it all the way to the end of the film that you want to render. Now I'm going to hit out, which is 0 on the keyboard. Now the in and the out point, this portion that's highlighted is what you're going to get. So whatever you select is what you're going to get in the final rendered video file. So you go File, you go down to Export, Media. The shortcut for that on a Mac is Command Option M. Click. Now you get lots and lots of video settings. So let's just talk through those with you. I would suggest H.264. It works on iPhones, Androids, iPads, lots of different devices, and for the majority of the time, H.264 would be perfect. I want you to match the high bit rate. I want you to change the output name. In this instance, the film is called I would put an underscore, Forest. Now, I would at this point add a render folder. So go to New Folder, call it Render or Renders, and again, let's make it all caps, Renders. Now that means all of the film outputs. So the forest, hit save. Now we're going to go through down in a checklist style. Export video, yes, I want to do that. I want to export the video, yes, I do. Don't want to add any effects. There's lots of options here. You can ignore them unless you have a specific requirement, which I will help you as and when. And then if we scroll down again, you can select maximum render quality if required. Now it tells you it's going to be 61 megabytes. It's only about a 48-second video. But if you're doing a 2-3 minute music video or news article or a film, it's going to take a lot longer. And then you hit on export, and then you are greeted with this render timeline. Now, depending on how fast your computer is, that will speed up the time considerably. But please allow time to render your video file, as this takes a long time because it takes all of your editing decisions, all of your titles, all of your effects, and makes them into one video file that you can then submit. Alright, so if you've been successful, you can go to your USB drive or your external hard drive, wherever you've set your renders folder to be, and when you drop down, your rendered film should be there. It should play as a preview, and that's what you need to submit. Okay, this is the file. Now this is relatively small, 62.6, but you're going to end up with very large files which you need to submit via the hand-in folder, or hand your device over to your teacher who will copy it across to the hand-in folder for you. And that's it.